Welcome back to the channel. My name's Dave. Today we're going to talk about insurance for a C5 Corvette. 2 years ago when I was in the market for my C5 Corvette, I was worried about how much the insurance would cost. When I finally did, find the car that I wanted, and I called my insurance agent to see how much it would be, I was pleasantly surprised on how cheap insurance rates are for a C5 Corvette. Now, if you're in the market for one, please call your insurance agent and he'll give you a quote right over the phone. You can either tell him the VIN number if you found the car that that you want, or you can just give him all the information on whatever Corvette you need. And then recently here in New Jersey, we've had some very cold weather, and right now I'm out by the bay, and you see behind me here, it's like a scene out of Titanic. We got friggin' icebergs. Not really, but ice in the bay is, it's not very common. It takes some pretty cold temperatures to freeze the salt water.
Now, before we get going here, I just wanted to say thank you to all the subscribers. Also, thank you to everybody else who has been viewing my videos. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Also, I just wanted to give a shout out to a few of the people that I've already met through YouTube. Physically we haven't met, but we interact on YouTube, we interact on Instagram. So I'm going to leave links to their channels down in the description. Please check out their channels, and also I'll leave you their Instagram as well. So please follow them on Instagram. So as you know, there's some main factors that go into how much your auto policy is going to cost you. Some of the main ones are, of course, your age. I'm currently 32 years old. I've been driving since I was 17 here in New Jersey. You don't get your driver's license until you're 17 years old. Also, your driving history, as far as if you've gotten any points, and also any accidents. The last time I had any moving violation was in 2005. So those points have long been off my record. Also, the only accident that I had that was partially my fault was in 2007. So once again, anything stemming from either one of those events has now been, I wouldn't say forgotten. Also, on my policy, it says something to the likes of homeowner. So I do own my own home. I don't rent. So I guess they feel, like a homeowner is going to be more responsible. I'm also married. Again, I guess married people are more responsible drivers. So as far as how much I pay for each one of my cars, I'm currently driving my other daily car, I guess you'd call it. It's a 2009 Honda Accord. My wife's car is a 2015 Nissan Rogue. And then, of course, I have a 2004 Corvette. Each one of those cars has the same amount of coverage. I don't have those in front of me, so I will put those up on the screen now. And, of course, from that, the big thing that plays with how much you're going to pay is your deductibles. Now, for collision, I have a $750 deductible. If you go with a $500 deductible, of course your payment's going to be higher, and if you go with $1,000, your payment's going to be lower. I also have a $100 deductible on the comprehensive. I know when I spoke with my agent, he said, if you go with a higher comprehensive coverage, it only saves you a few bucks. So it's not really worth having a $250 comprehensive, deductible. So he's like, you're better off just having a $100. So this car, my 2009 Honda Accord, cost me $390 every 6 months. I do pay in full every 6 months. I don't do a monthly payment. If I did a monthly payment, I think it would be like, over those 6 months, it's like an extra $20 for each car. So this car's $380, $390, something like that. My wife's Nissan Rogue is $400. And then what made me really surprised when I was calling around, like I said before, was that my Corvette is only $310. Like, that's cheap. I was amazed at how cheap insurance is for a Corvette. Now, granted, I have 3 cars on my policy, and there's only 2 drivers, so I guess they feel like, the Corvette's not going to get driven all that much. But in reality, I have the same I don't know what you call it, but disclosure for this car, which is my Honda, and for my Corvette, that I don't drive either car more than 7,500 miles a year. Now, my commute to work is only 7 miles each direction, so I'm not going to put more than 7,500 miles on either car. As you know, I only put, if you see my previous videos, I only put about 5,000 miles a year on my Corvette, and I put about the same on this car. You know, I use this car for work more than my Corvette. I do a little bit of local travel, so I'd rather travel with this than travel with my Corvette. But then, of course, on the weekends, I drive the Corvette. So on the weekends, that's when I put most of my miles on that. So those are the rates that I pay, you know, for each one of my cars. And of course, you know, the main one that I wanted to bring up in this video is a C5 Corvette does not cost that much money to insure. You know, for me, $310 every 6 months is the cheapest car that I own. So, you know, for you it might be different. You know, I live in New Jersey. Each state is different. So, you know, don't really go by my numbers, but I would call your insurance agent and you'll probably find the same thing, that insuring a C5 generation Corvette is very cost effective and affordable, and I think it makes the C5 generation of Corvette an awesome buy. You know, it's a car that's still new enough where you can just get in the car and go. You don't have to worry all that much about breaking down, as long as you get a car that's well maintained. You know, you can drive it whenever you want to drive it. You know, you don't have to worry about, you know, breaking down anywhere, and then the car performs amazingly. So that concludes today's video. I just wanted to say thank you for watching. If you liked what you see, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Thank you, and have a nice day.